Overthinking can feel like a storm inside your mind, spinning faster than you want and pulling you into thoughts you never asked for. Most people try to fight the storm with more thinking, but that only makes it louder. The goal is not to eliminate thoughts but to shift the way your mind processes them. In the next few minutes, you will learn simple, science-backed strategies that calm mental noise and help you regain clarity. None of these techniques require complicated steps or long explanations. They work because they directly target the brain's stress circuits. If you apply them consistently, even for a few minutes, you will feel the difference. Let's break everything down into clear steps you can use anytime. First, start by interrupting the cycle itself. Overthinking thrives on uninterrupted loops, so your goal is to cut the loop before it gains momentum. One proven way to do this is through a grounding technique that brings your awareness back to the present. Instead of wrestling with thoughts, give your mind something simple and neutral to focus on. You can do this by naming what you see, what you feel, and what you hear. This gentle shift sends a signal to the brain that it does not need to stay in survival mode. When the mind stops sensing danger, it naturally reduces the volume of intrusive thoughts. Next, address the mental habit of predicting worst-case outcomes. Overthinking often shows up as an attempt to protect yourself by imagining every possible scenario. The problem is that the brain struggles to separate imagination from reality, so these imagined scenarios trigger real stress responses. A quick psychological technique to break this pattern is to ask yourself one powerful question: is this a thought, or is this a fact? By naming it as a thought, you remove its ability to control your emotions. This small reframe activates the rational part of the brain and quiets the fear-based centers that amplify anxiety. The more you practice this, the faster your mind learns to release exaggerated worries. Now, let's focus on the physical side of overthinking. When your body is tense, your mind becomes louder, faster, and more chaotic. A simple physical reset can calm the mental noise almost instantly. One effective technique is extending your exhale. Inhale for 4 seconds, then exhale for 6. This activates the parasympathetic system, which is responsible for relaxation. Within moments, your heart rate drops, your muscles loosen, and your brain receives a clear signal that it is safe. A calmer body leads to a calmer mind, and this shift happens much faster than people expect. Finally, give your mind a place to land. Overthinking thrives in mental clutter, so create a simple anchor thought to guide your focus. This could be a short phrase like, "I can handle this," or "one step at a time." The content of the phrase matters less than the stability it provides. When you repeat an anchor thought, your brain shifts away from spirals and toward structure. It becomes easier to identify what you can control and release what you cannot. Over time, your mind begins to default to clarity instead of chaos, and you regain the ability to think with intention. When you combine these approaches, you create a powerful reset that brings your mind back into balance. Interrupting the cycle, grounding your senses, reframing your thoughts, controlling your breath, and anchoring your focus work together to calm the mental storm. The key is consistency, not intensity. Even a few minutes of practice each day can help retrain your brain to respond with clarity instead of panic. Overthinking does not disappear overnight, but it becomes manageable when you learn how to shift your internal state. With time, these techniques become automatic, helping you stay centered even during stressful moments. Remember that your mind is not working against you. It is simply trying to protect you in the only way it knows. When you give it calmer patterns to follow, it responds with greater balance and clarity. Use these steps whenever you feel overwhelmed, and trust that progress builds quietly. Small shifts create meaningful change, and your mind is capable of finding peace. If this video helped you, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who might be struggling with overthinking. Your support helps the channel grow and allows more people to get the tools they need to find calm and clarity.